Hello, very good evening, friends. This is Prasad Kulkarni here. I'm making this video to introduce you the topic partnership final accounts. As you all know, that partnership final accounts is one of the important topic of our 12th standard. So we are going to study the introduction in this video of this particular topic. Okay, so let's start with the term. What is meant by partnership? Okay, so as we have seen, we have studied the sole proprietor business in the 11th standard itself. Now in the 12th standard, we are going to deal with the topics which are related to partnership. So it is better, or it is very important to understand what is the meaning of partnership first. Okay, so partnership means, in a very simple language, a partnership means when two or more person comes together and do their business, and they divide their profits and losses into in a predetermined ratio. That business form is called as a partnership business. Okay, I'll repeat what I say. When two or more persons come together and doing a business, and they are sharing or dividing the total profits and losses in the predetermined ratio, that business is called as a partnership business. Okay, so in the screen, uh, i'll I'll put one example. Let's say there are two persons. Okay, first one, the name is like Mr. A is here and Mr. B is here. Okay, both started a business. The business name is AB Company. So here the two persons have come together and have started a business called as a AB company. So this business is a partnership firm. Okay, because two persons, at least two persons are here and they are doing a business. That's the partnership. Okay, so I hope you have understood the term what is meant by partnership. Okay, now let's understand the term final accounts. What is the final accounts? Okay, so basically, in a rough manner, final accounts consist of three accounts. One is your trading account, second one is your profit and loss account, and the third one is not account but a statement, that is your balance sheet. Okay, so what is meant by final accounts? As you all know, you have studied in the 11th standard. Final accounts means three things. One is trading account, second is profit and loss account, and the third one is balance sheet. So that we have to prepare for a partnership business. Okay, so like you had prepared this for the sole proprietorship in the last year, and in this year you're going to prepare it for the partnership firm. So what is the difference? There is nothing but a slight difference, my friends. There is no such a big difference in it, or there is nothing like you haven't studied before the whole topics and whole topic and all, but there is only a slight difference between this two final accounts. Okay, that's what we are going to study in this particular topic. Okay, so let me come to the next important point, that why I should prepare final account. Okay, or why anybody should prepare final account, like what partnership final account. So first of all, there is a one there's a main reason to prepare final partnership final account is that to know my amount of profit and loss I generated during the year, or the business generated during the year, because the business is done with a motive to make a profit, and I should calculate what exact amount of profit or loss I have made during the one financial year. That amount will be shown in your final account. So to know that amount, you need to make a partnership final accounts. Okay, so first reason is what? To know the amount of profit or loss. Okay, so this is the first thing for which we need to prepare partnership final accounts. Okay, now the second, as a sole proprietor, or even as a partnership firm, they invest capital many a times in a year, and they also make drawings even throughout the year. So the amount of capital is not fixed during the whole year. It it keeps changing all the time. One time you think that your business needs some more capital, so you invest more. And after some days you think that I need some money, and I need to draw it from my business, so I make drawings. So because of these drawings and reinvesting, or giving additional capital every time to business, the capital of the business keeps on changing every time. So I should know the exact amount of capital invested during the year, and I should know exact amount of drawings I have made during the year. So how I can come to know these two figures? So by making or by preparing final accounts, I will come to know the my amount of invested capital and the drawings. In this case, you are going to know the amount of each partner he has invested, or amount of each partner of drawings he has made during the year. So in this case, particular partnership, you're going to know this for all the partners. Maybe there are two partners, maybe there are three partners, or maybe there are four partners. How, let it be. Okay, but for all of them, you will come to know what is the exact amount of capital he has invested and what is the exact amount of drawings he has made during the year. So second reason is that to know the amount of capital invested, to know the amount of capital invested and the drawings. Okay, so and the drawings. So this is the second reason for which we need to maintain or we need to prepare partnership final accounts. Okay, now the third one, in business we create assets and we create liabilities too. So at the end of the financial year, I should be in a position to know my all list of my assets, which I own and what I owe. Okay, so that list is going to be prepared by making the balance sheet, and balance sheet is one the part of final account. So my assets and the values of the assets, my liabilities, the values of the liabilities will be disclosed by making the partnership final account. So to know the assets and liabilities, to know the assets and liabilities, I need to prepare partnership final accounts. Here we are guys, I'm writing in a very short manner. It may be not the full sentence I'm writing here, but I think you are getting the point what I have to say through it. Okay, so now the fourth point. Okay, so now in business many transactions happens on the credit basis. The transactions are of two types. One is cash basis, and the second is credit basis. So most of the times we do the transaction on the credit basis. So what happens when we do the transactions on credit basis, that we are creating some creditors and we are creating some debtors. So in case of debtors, what is the meaning of debtors? That you have sold the goods on credit to them and some amount is receivable to you, that is mean by debtors. And the opposite term of debtors is the creditors, that you have purchased some goods from them and you have to pay for them. Actually you haven't paid it, you are going to pay it in the future. So all these debtors are your current asset and the creditors is a current liability. So to know the amount of the amount receivable and the amount payable, you need to prepare partnership final accounts. Okay, so that is the fourth point. To know the amount of account receivables and account payables, you need to prepare partnership final accounts. Okay, we are friends seeing some big and important reasons. We are not covering every reason for what reason you are going to prepare the partnership final accounts, but we are going to see the main reasons for which for what purpose you need to prepare partnership final accounts. Okay, so let's come to fifth point, why I should prepare final account. The fifth point is when you're doing a business, you are doing it as per law, and the law says that you need to maintain accounts, and that is compulsory for every business. Okay, so if you are in a partnership, so you have to prepare these accounts, that is compulsory for you. It is like, the as per the law. And on the basis of these accounts, you are supposed to pay some taxes. There are two types of taxes. One is your indirect tax, that is you call as a GST, and that is a direct tax that you call as a income tax. Okay, so you have to, when you have to pay the tax, there should be some basis, or there should be some documents. On based on that documents, you are going to pay the taxes. So when you have to pay the tax, you need to have your final accounts, or you need to have a proper set of accounts. For that purpose, you have to prepare the partnership final accounts. Like we can write here, it is compulsory by law and it serves as a basis to pay various taxes. Okay, so on the basis of your final accounts, you are going to pay some taxes on it. So it is a legal evidence. It is a very important document in the perspective of your law. Okay, so you have to prepare the partnership final account. So let's revise why I should, or why anybody should prepare partnership final account. So you will come to know your amount of profit or loss you have generated during the year. Second, you will come to know the amount of capital invested by two partners, by three partners, or four partners, whatever the case may be, and the amount of drawings of them. Thirdly, you will come to know the assets, your assets, the value of assets, and the liabilities, and the value of the liabilities. Fourth one, you will come to know what the average account receivables and account payables, what actually the customers are going to pay you, and what you actually have to pay to the customer. That both amounts, that two amounts, you will come to know by making partnership final accounts. Okay, the fifth point is, it is compulsory by law, and it serves as a basis to pay various taxes. Like you have to pay GST, you have to pay the income tax. For those for paying those taxes, you need to prepare partnership final account. So this was the introduction. So basically we are going to draw, or we are going to prepare three accounts. One is trading account, another one is profit and loss account, and the third one is a balance sheet. Okay, so what is the requisition to make partnership final accounts? Okay, what is required to make a partnership final account? What you need to have to make it? Like you have already know, you have seen in the 11th standard the process of accounting. Like the first one, there is a transaction. Okay, that any transaction will happen of a business. Then on the basis of that transaction, you will do the journal entry. Okay, on the basis of journal entry, you will prepare ledger, and the closing balances of the ledger will be called as a trial balance. Okay, the closing balances of the ledger will be called as a trial balance, and on the basis of trial balance, you have to prepare the final account. So what I have to say through it, that you will be given trial balance as a problem and some adjustments. Okay, you will be given trial balance and you will be given some adjustments, and through this you have to prepare these three accounts, that is your trading account, that is your profit and loss account, and the statement is called as balance sheet. So this is the flow, like you guys are getting it very clearly. We have seen one by one chapter in the 11th standard. The first one is what is the transaction, then we done journal entry, then we posted into it ledger, and the closing balances of the ledger is called as trial balance, and then you are going to make the final accounts. Means in this particular topic you will be given the trial balance and some adjustments. On that basis you need to prepare these 3 points: trading, profit loss, and the balance sheet. Okay, so what is actually mean by trading account, what is actually mean by profit and loss account, what are the contents of it, how we should bifurcate these two accounts, what are the differences between it, and what is the balance sheet, what is the format, that in a latter part we will see. I hope this is the introduction. You have got it, whatever what I had to say through it, and it is very easy and very interesting topic to learn. So in the latter part we will continue with the trading account, profit and loss account, and the balance sheet. Okay, thank you so much for watching, guys.